Good morning, everybody. Welcome. Thank you for joining us today. I am really excited to be leading a class this morning with our wonderful students. Let's get started. We are all moved indoors at this point at Mystic, and all of our 9 o'clock classes starting Sunday will be 75 minutes. Is that what you?
Saturday too.
Starting Saturday will be 75 minutes and heated. And so please join us starting tomorrow. It will be 75 minutes and heated. And all of the 9 a.m.s will be live streamed. That's it. So let's come into a comfortable place on the mats and allow the body to start to notice the sensation of the earth. And begin to give your weight to the ground. And begin to sense that experience of breath, softening, kind of letting go of whatever it's taken to get to this point, the transition that you've had to take to get here on your mat. Take a breath in and just let it go. Deep in breath together. And sigh it out. And starting anew, a new moment, fresh, new start. Belly soft and chest soft, shoulders relaxed, sensation of ground. And just kind of tap into another worldly kind of experience, this openness to this other level of vibration and frequency, just right there in your heart. And kind of allowing that energetic openness into space, to take in the space surrounding you. And all the way up into the galaxies, all the way up into the sky. And let that expansion just bring you a little bit more softening. And then together, just starting to move the body a little and expand. Maybe the arms overhead, and maybe we can, if you're lying on your back, just kind of make some motions. And if you're not seated, just roll over onto your side and come into a seated position. And as you arrive, just find this joy of movement, this shoulders rolling up and down maybe. Back and forth. And let the body kind of just do whatever it kind of feels like doing. This pure delight in movement. It might be some side to side movement. It might be some drawing of the arm across the chest and the other arm across the chest. And opening of the heart. And start to rub the palms together. Placing the hands on top of the heart, maybe one over the belly, just somewhere on the torso where it feels good on your body. Now just take in the entire collective within your heart, the entire collective of humanity, and intend to share the frequencies of your heart with the collective. And with that in mind, we'll open the practice with the sound of Om. First, a cleansing breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Wonderful. Let's start your practice by coming onto your hands and knees. And begin with some arches and curls. Allow the body to start to move in a way that feels really just helpful. Arching and curling. At some point, begin to walk the hands forward a couple of handprints and take some circular motions. Let the entire circular motion become expansive now, letting the circle get a little bit wider. At some point, finding a child pose. And as you rest in your child pose, allow the body to find some rest. One more deep in-breath and sigh it out. Come back to the center. Plant your palms firmly on the ground. Curl the toes under and extend the hips up and back into a downward facing dog. And as much as you can, let there be this pedaling and allowing of stretching around the feet, around the calf muscles. Some shifts back and forth, alternating between a plank and a downward dog. Beautiful. Now release the knees to the ground and stand up onto your knees and step the left foot forward. Keep the ankle under the knee. Reach your right arm all the way up with an in-breath, and with the out-breath find a side bend. Come back to the center again, and another side bend. One more time. Beautiful. Come back to the center and twist over to the left. Open up through the heart. Maybe the left arm goes back. Maybe the right arm goes forward. Make fists circle your wrists around. Reach the arms overhead with a deep in-breath. On the out-breath, sweep the hands behind your head and expand them out to the other side into a twist. Inhale, reach. Exhale, twist. Let's do one more time on each side. Come back to center in breath. On the out breath, plant the palms down and step back into a downward facing dog. Pedal the feet a bunch of times and shift back and forth a couple of times. Good. Release the knees back down. Rise up. And step the right foot forward. Stabilize the feet hip distance. Maybe some rocking motion side to side, reaching your left arm all the way in. And on the out is side bend. Back to center, in and out. Last time, in and out. Next, in breath, rise. On the out breath, twist to the right. Maybe expanding that right arm back. Maybe extending the other arm, circular motions. Reach arms overhead with an in-breath. Sweep the hands behind the head and twist to the other side. In and out. One more time on each side. Beautiful. Reach arms overhead with an in-breath. On the out-breath, plant the palms down. Step back, downward facing dog. Shake the head no and yes. Breathe it in. And let it go. Now, take your time to shift all the way forward into a plank. Roll those shoulders down the back. Imagine you're opening a can of olives or some kind of jar of olives with your wrists, drawing those elbows kind of outwards, externally rotating through the shoulders. Squeeze your legs a lot. Feel your core center. Deep in breath. And out breath. 2 more. Nice and strong core. Last time. Release the knees to the ground. Keep the chest drawn forward in breath. On the out breath, again, drawing those elbows towards the midline as you lower down, externally rotating the shoulders halfway through. Press back up, in and out. With all your might, externally rotating those shoulders, squeezing the upper back. 3 more. As slow as you can, down and up. Feel the shaking in the arms. As you lower as slow as you can, and press back as slow as you can. Last time, in and out. As you lower all the way through, come all the way to the ground. Extend your legs nice and long. Maybe even separate the feet a little wider to the edges of the mat, rocking side to side. Come into a Sphinx pose, activating those elbows into the ground. See if you can kind of start to rock side to side, dropping one shoulder down, looking to the other side at a time. Draw length through the sternum. Inhale. And on the exhale, draw the elbows back. Activate shoelace sides of the feet into the ground. Find length in the cervical spine. Keep your gaze down so that the length in your neck is an extension of your spine. Imagine there is like a big kind of line of energy drawing through the crown of the head forward. One more deep in breath. On the out breath, press yourself back up to your downward facing dog. Take it in and out. One last time, in breath and out. Bend your knees, hips press back, look forward, inhale. On the exhale, walk or float forward, coming into a forward fold. Shake the head no and yes as you release all your tension from the shoulders. And roll up, activating those feet into the ground, one vertebra at a time. 2 arms reach overhead, breath in. On the breath out, bow, hinge from the hips, forward fold. In a halfway lift. Out, plant the palms, step back, plank pose. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release knees. Take a few push-ups. Down, in, and up. Down, in, and up. Let's do 5 more. 4. Squeeze those shoulder blades muscles. 2. 1. Lower all the way to the ground. Open your heart. Draw those elbows back, baby cobra. Breathe in and out. Squeeze your legs, squeeze your glutes. One more in breath. On the out breath, plant the palms right underneath the shoulders, maybe a little bit more back, actually right by your upper rib cage. And see if you can shift your hips forward, your chest forward, and open up into an upward facing dog. See if that feels good on your lower back. And if it doesn't, lower back down into your baby cobra. From there to your downward facing dog. Beautiful. Right leg rises to the sky. Inhale. Bend the knee to dial the hip open. Keep active in your right hand. Re-extend the leg back. Square the hips with the in-breath. On the out-breath, knee comes towards the chest. Curl. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step forward towards the right thumb. Open the heart, coming into crescent. Bend the back knee, tuck the pelvis under, and reach the left arm all the way up. In breath. On the out breath, find a side bend. Come back to center, open both arms. Inhale. On the exhale, dip down. In, up. Out, down. Let's take 5 more. 4, going up and down like an elevator, you guys. 2 more. Good, now hold. Tuck pelvis under, squeeze your glutes muscles. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let it burn. Another in-breath. And out breath, good job. Rise up a little, dial the back heel down, open it up, warrior 2. Reach those arms overhead with the in-breath. On the out-breath, take them behind the head and expand and look to the right. Inhale, lift. And exhale, look to the left. 2 more times, in. And out. Last one. Good. Make fists circle your wrists around. Reverse your warrior with an in-breath. On the out-breath, find a side angle lunge. Hold the side angle. Activate that right heel into the ground. Outer edge of the back foot is strong. Right shoulder is relaxed. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Rise up again. Inhale, reverse your warrior. On the exhale, cartwheel the hands down. Come into a runner lunge. Back foot moves to the left a little bit more to find that hip distance apart. With the left fingertips on the ground or on a block, twist to your right. Find that action of both legs super active. Maybe you even lift your chest a little more. Left thigh is engaged. Back knee can always drop for a modification. One more in-breath. On the out-breath, lower the back knee down. Extend the left leg, the right leg, by extending the hips back. If it feels better to shift back and forth, do that. If it feels better to hold static, hold. Good. Now, if you're not in a half split, come back into a half split. Positioning the left knee under the left hip and activate the left fingertips into the ground to twist again with an extended leg towards the right. Relax both shoulders. Feel the length. And look up and down a couple of times to engage the neck in the mix. Good job. Come back to the center. And we're going to transition into a three-legged dog. So curling the back toes under, the right leg will extend all the way back. Maybe this time flipping your dog by very clearly positioning your feet hip distance and then rising up with the hips. Hello. Reach. Good. Come back to the center and hold it onto your forearms, nice and strong. Active. Plank on the forearms. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower hips. Rise up. Draw those arms sideways now. Lift your legs too. Fly. Squeeze those legs nice and strong. Two, 1. Plant the palms down. If you like to that upward dog, take it nice and long. And back to your downward facing dog. Deep inhale. Bend the knees, press the hips back, look forward. On the exhale, walk or float, forward fold. Rise all the way up, in breath. On the out breath, bow, hinge from the hips, fold. Taking it back into your transitional flow to your downward dog. Any way you wish to get there is great. Make it your own. Beautiful. Left leg slowly rises up. Inhale. Knee bends, dials the hip open. Square the hips, elongate the leg back, in. On the out, knee to chest, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step foot forward for your crescent, rise up. Bend back knee, tuck pelvis under. Left hand on the hip, reach right arm up, in. On the out, bend, side bend. Good, back to center, inhale. Reaching arms sideways, and we dip. Rise up, and dip. 5 more. Two more. Hold. Yeah, squeeze. Bend back knees. Squeeze your butt. Relax your shoulders. Try to not disassociate from this experience. Actually feel the burn. Yeah. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rise. Dial back, heel down. Open it up. Warrior 2. Feel that spaciousness around the arms. Make fists circle wrists. Good. Now really draw length energetically sideways. Feel the expansion past the arms, past the fingertips. Notice if you can actually really feel yourself getting wider and larger. Take in all that space into your heart. Into your lungs. And reverse your warrior. Taking it in. On the out, a side angle lunge. It just did something. Two more breaths, you guys. Oh. Oh. Good. Now let's come into reverse warrior again with an in-breath. And on the out-breath, cartwheel the hands down. Find your runner lunge, feet hip distance. And from there, twist to your left. To your one more deep in-breath together. On the out-breath, release the back knee down. Extend the hips back and forth a couple of times, maybe holding this stretch. Good. If you're not in your half split, come to it. Take care of your right knees under your right hip. Lift your chest and open up towards the left. A block there is wonderful. Try not to lock your left knee. You're like, are you talking to me? Are you talking to me? One more in breath. And out. Good. Make your way back into a three-legged dog. Maybe a flip dog. Where's my Corina? There you are. Come back to the center. And shift your hips forward into a plank. Let's dial the heels to the left. Open up into a side plank. Stay active, press the floor away. Come back to center. Let's do it on the other side. Good job. Come on all the way down. Keep your right forearm on the ground. Bend the left knee for a quad stretch. You can either release the chest down and simply do the quad, or you can hold your ankle and press back, lifting your chest for a half bow. Press the foot back if you do this. Release. Starting with the quad stretch on the other side. And transitioning into half bow if it's available and feels good. Awesome. Release. Press yourself up into a push-up. Up, 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 all the way, plank, to your downward facing dog. Bend your knees, press your hips back, look forward, in breath. On the out breath, walk or float, forward fold. Rise all the way up to stand with the inhale. On the exhale, palms to heart space. We'll take the same thing we did in half bow, but in dancer. Shifting your weight into your right foot. Bend your left knee. Grab a hold of your left ankle. Draw your knee down. Reach the right arm up. And breathe, hugging in towards the center. I love this song. Again, in. On the out, press the foot back and hinge forward for dancer. Stay active in the right glute muscle as you press back. Pull the navel in and up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Land the foot back. Hip distance apart. Both legs nice and long. Parshvottanasana, hinging from the hips, forward fold. Left fingertips come to the ground. You either stay here for Parshvottanasana the whole time, or you twist into a revolved triangle. Two more breaths. Beautiful. Release back down. Step back into your downward facing dog. Bend the knees, press the hips back. Look forward, in breath. Out breath, walk or float, forward fold. And rise up. Deep inhale and exhale. Reground yourself. Find your feet. Find the balls of the feet and the heel. And let's take it to the other side, shifting into the left leg, into dancer. Lifting the left arm up, hug in towards the center. and press back. Three, two, and one. Land the feet back. And bow, Parshvottanasana. Readjust the hips so that they're facing down. And draw the left hip a little bit more back as you twist. One more deep in-breath. On the out-breath, release. And step back to your downward dog. Good. As you shift all the way forward now, into plank, release to the ground. And if you wish, take it into a full bow. You might decide you want to take a half bow or simply a locust pose where you lift the legs up without bending the knees to grab the ankle. If you took it into bow, press the feet back so that the chest can lift. Keep tucking that pelvis under and squeezing your glutes. Beautiful. Releasing out. Just rocking side to side and resting. Give your weight to the ground. Fully and completely. Beautiful. Take your time to rise up back into table pose. And let that take you back into a seated position. Good job, you guys. Cross your left ankle in front of your right shin. And come into a twist to the left. You got it. It's a little different, but you can go a little further if you want by taking the foot up and over, but I personally just like it better for my body this way. And if you want, you can extend the leg, grabbing a hold of the shin or the ankle to go kind of even more deeper into this twist. Yeah. Wonderful. Come back to the center. Take the outside of your left foot and just kind of draw the knee back a little just for a hip stretch. And then extend the left leg forward, taking the right sole of the foot to the inside of the thigh. And either stay here if this is plenty for you for a hip stretch, or bow forward to give it more of a hamstring stretch. Rise slowly upwards. And let's take it to the other side of the twist. Positioning the legs like we did before. Elongating the spine and taking your twist. If you like the extension of the leg, you can do it again. Returning to the center, pull the hip back a little, the knee back a little. And then re-extend the leg, preparing for the Janu Shirshasana on the other side. Remember, the option to stay upright is always welcome. You slowly rise back up. Take your time to go onto your backs. And once you arrive to your backs, we're going to take a reclined pigeon. Bend both knees. And take your time to cross the right ankle on top of the left thigh. Wonderful. Take your time to release out of this. Make it to the other side. And from here, take your way into any other motion before coming into your Shavasana. maybe a reclining twist, or something else. If you did something on one side, do it on the other side. Making your way into Shavasana eventually. Allowing the body to rest into the womb of creation, the center of the earth. Let your body take a breath in and let it deflate fully and completely into this big earth mama, held utterly and completely, unconditionally supported as you are being breathed. Breath of life. Intimately penetrating each cell of your being. And as you feel its caresses from the inside and outside, merging, notice the space. And allow your heart to expand, open, your belly to soften, your body to release more and more of its weight. Shivaya Gurave Satchitananda Murtaye Nishprapanchaya Shantaya Niralambaya Tejase Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Satchitananda Murtaye Nishprapanchaya Shantaya Niralambaya Tejase Take a deep in-breath together and sigh it out. Feel the vibrations of the chant. If you'd like to remain reclined for the close of practice, feel free to do so. Otherwise, roll over onto your side for a few moments before rising back up. Bringing palms to heart space. And once again, taking the entire collective of humanity all into your heart, all into your heart. And spreading these energies of well-being, love, compassion, forgiveness, forbearance, solace. Spreading it out. And honoring our shared humanity by closing together with the sound of Om. First, a cleansing breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Om.